Hello and welcome back to Red Gaming Tech for yet more of your daily gaming news, and myself, Marta. Today is still the 2nd of January and I have some news for you today on the Xbox One. As Microsoft's Phil Spencer has revealed some interesting information regarding the console, as it was apparently conceived as a digital-only console, and apparently it wasn't until relatively recently that the optical drive was actually finalised. Now, when he was speaking with OXM, Spencer revealed that the notion of a discless Xbox One console was on the table until the middle of last year, was subsequently dropped following Microsoft's reveal at E3, and he added, quote, "Obviously, after the announcement at E3, there was some feedback about what people wanted to change. There was a real discussion about whether we should have an optical disc drive in Xbox One, or if we could get away with a purely discless console, but when you start looking at bandwidth and game size, it does create issues. So we decided, which I think was the right decision, to go with the Blu-ray drive and give the people an easy way to install a lot of content." For some of those original thoughts, you saw a lot of us really focusing on the digital ecosystem you see on other devices, thinking of and building a way around that. So, I think we can all agree that Microsoft made the right decision in not going with a discless console. Now, while we are moving steadily towards a digital-only future, I still think it's quite a few years ahead of us, as the internet in certain places just isn't good enough to warrant it. I was just having a quick look at the responses to the original article, and someone quite rightly pointed out that in some areas in the UK, for example, they just don't have access to fibre optic broadband, and especially if you live in, say, the middle of the countryside or just a small town like I do, you might not have access to the internet that, well, someone in London or Manchester or whatever might do. And that is the case for a lot of people in a lot of places. Of course, America has, mostly good internet, but even I would argue that some places in the countryside of that particular country probably suffer from similar issues, and even different areas and different large cities or towns probably have differing internet speeds. So until we get more stable, better internet across the board, we're not going to see anything like a discless console ever be a thing. The game sizes are just too large unless you have a very fast internet connection, and the days when everyone has one of those are still a ways off. Still, I think it's an interesting discussion because while PC gaming arguably has been pretty much completely digital, yes, you can still buy the physical copies if you order online, or some game stores have them. Most games on PC are digital via Steam or Origin or Green Man Gaming or what have you. But, well, that's because most of those games don't reach sizes of 40 plus gigabytes like with some of the current next-gen titles such as Killzone, Rise Son of Rome, and what have you. So I don't think we're going to be seeing it anytime soon, possibly in the next generation, the next console, the PS5 or whatever. We might see it then, but not before, I don't think. And to be honest, even then, I don't know, we'll have to see how things are at the time. I'd be curious to see your thoughts though. Would you ever consider buying a discless, or disc driveless, sorry, console, or would you just simply always want the option of always having that physical copy? Especially considering laws around ownership for digital products are kind of hazy, to say the least. Anyway, that is me done for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.